The world needs beer. But we all know Hillary Clinton is a three-legged midget.
If you were a Nintendo cartridge, I'm below you. I think I'm gonna go piss on that world tree. Duval! My name's Alan, and I like to party. My name is Mike, and I like flip-flops.
You want to hear something special?
Sup, bitches? I thought I had to do that because Mike's not here. But we do have someone else here who is...
Alexis!
Good pause.
Thanks.
Nice build up there. So yeah, Mike's not here for this midweek podcast. We're going to call it episode 9.5 just because it's not my and Mike's 10th episode together. So I want to make sure that he's here for the 10th episode. But I think we're going to have a good time still.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Maybe. I'm gonna start off by drinking.
Ooh, the ASMR.
Ooh, what am I drinking? Usually Mike does this for me. I'm so lost without him. I am drinking Einstock beer. It is a Arctic Pale Ale. It is the shit. It's the closest thing to a porter that I want to get. It's really good. They recently commented on our Instagram, gave me the old Viking scowl cheer, which I fucking greatly appreciate. I'm going to pour this into my ale horn. You don't have one.
No.
That's fine. What are you drinking?
A wine concoction I found in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Lovely. It's a cappuccino wine.
That sounds gross.
It's a something.
It's a something.
It's a liquor. Which one do you like better, that or the toasted Einstock?
Oh, the toasted for sure. Toasted's like the shit, but I also only had it on Giraffe when we go to Epcot, Disney. Which Mike is on vacation. He's not at Disney, but just I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. I'm pretty sure I did now. Mike is on vacation, so yeah. But we're gonna have a solid episode with Alexis. You might have seen her or heard her rather on. If you have bought our Patreon, you will hear her voice on the After Hours podcast, which I'm now start calling Closing Time because it's more fitting.
It's clever. Did you come up with that all by yourself?
I think I was drunk when I thought about it. Had just the one beer. It's going to be a short episode, 30, 45 minutes tops. It's just 9.5. It's a half episode.
Yeah.
Don't take offense, but...
only a little offended, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, nobody cares.
I know I'm not Mike, so it's fine.
You and me both.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Wait, what's up?
Just hanging out.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on in your week? While I look up this beer on Untapped.
Same shit. New week, work, home, about all that.
Yeah, you started a new job in a new field.
Yeah, I went from working as a server in a restaurant to now I work in a call center. So it is very, very different. I went from used to have to running around all the time to now I sit at one desk.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It is a change.
There is a description for this beer. It is rated a 3.53 out of 5 on Untapped. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's a pale ale.
God, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. It's all right. Brewed 60 miles south of the Arctic Circle, 3 varieties of select hops unite in our Arctic Pale Ale. Cascade hops give it American character, while Hallertau tradition and Bavarian Northern Brewer hops temper the bitterness. The result is an ale that is full-bodied, yet smooth, and uniquely Icelandic.
Oh.
Hoppy, smooth, light, malty, clean. Master.
May I sample it?
Yeah, go ahead. Do a sample out of my ale horn.
Alehorn.
Alehorn.com. Somebody needs to sponsor this show already. I'm tired of not being sponsored. If you want to sponsor this show, then send us money. I don't know where, but just send somebody money somewhere, and I'm sure it'll get around to us eventually.
Mm-hmm. Buy the Patreon.
Yeah.
Start there.
Start with the Patreon, and yeah.
Maybe some t-shirts, hopefully in the works.
Definitely in the works. So, I'm sure there's like a few topics that you thought about wanting to bring on to the channel.
I know y'all have mentioned before about our lifestyle, as you would say. So I thought that would be kind of interesting to kind of go into a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, a little fuck up on the audio. It's probably going to hear a little bit of echo at the beginning, so I'm really apologizing. I had the guest mic on, so I apologize. First day amateur hour over here. I thought it was turned off already.
Amateur hour.
Yeah, so I think it was the last episode, on episode 9? Is it 9 or 8? That me and Mike kind of talked about it a little bit.
Was it not?
It might have been 8.
I think it was 8, yeah.
You know, when me and Mike get together and we start drinking, things kind of blend in because we don't stop drinking after the podcast ends. We go down to the man cave, his garage, and get absolutely fucking plastered. So, yeah, we kind of tend to forget things that happen on the podcast, like go and watch it and all that shit the following days. But, yeah, we talked about it a few times. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll stop interrupting.
No, it's okay. You're not interrupting. Yeah, did you guys mention anything about it before previously, or?
I think we mentioned why we weren't... I think we mentioned Mike Friday night when we couldn't shoot the podcast. We had friends coming over. I think that's what it was that he mentioned. And when we say that, it's meaning that me and Alexis are part of a sexually active community of people. Spankers, what?
What?
God, is that you? Yeah, so, yeah, go ahead and talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I
Warning,
guess...
viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. I guess you would say we were swingers. I guess that would be the type of label we would use.
I guess.
I mean...
We're different type of... I guess.
Yeah.
But, hey, you want to talk about how it affected us, maybe? How about we start at the beginning? How we got into it, leave out some of the details, obviously.
Yeah.
The explicit content that you will hear at some point, I'm sure, during the closing time podcast.
The X-rated details.
Ooh.
So we kind of got into it by me coming out. So I am bisexual, and that kind of had an impact on how we got into this.
Right, but you didn't find that out till maybe like a little bit down the road of us doing this?
Yeah.
Would you say, or was it like...
I don't know, because I mean, I've always had like in high school, and like I've been with you for so long, but I've always kind of been into women, been sexually attracted to women. So it was kind of like when we started talking about it and bringing it up, it was like, you know what? I could be into girls. I
mean, I think it mostly started out because, like, you know, obviously I'm a guy, so I would check out women as we were going on about our daily tasks, and then, like, I'm like, you don't ever talk about guys in that way. You don't say, like, hey, there's that guy over there, he looks pretty attractive. This is before the lifestyle. It was just like, you know, like, we're open with communication and everything, so it's normal for us to talk about attractive people that we see. But you never talked about guys like that, or really anybody, so I'm like... Are you asexual? Is it just me?
Are you asexual? Do we need to have a chat?
Like, what's going on?
I think because I really didn't know at that point that I was into women, so it was kind of just like I would just be conflicted in my mind. Like, you would point out women, I'm like, oh yeah. Wait, should I be saying that?
Ass is tight.
Damn.
Some titties though.
It's like, should I be interested?
This is why we have a low women viewership. This might be why.
I'm no help either. I should be more help. But hey, maybe
we'll see.
Maybe if I join in the podcast.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Hint, 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 hint.
Hint, hint, hint.
Yeah. So, yeah, she found out that she was more attracted to an opposite sex. And, you know, I'm like, that's fine. If you want to go do that, then go do that. I want you to be happy. I don't want to, like, hold you back from anything that you have going on. I don't want to, like, trap you down with just me if you're a lesbian. But, like, you know, we've talked about it, obviously. And we found our best way of going about it, I think.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, it's not for everyone, for sure.
God no.
God, no. But I think, I mean, it hasn't been like an easy ride because obviously this is not for everyone. So it's been a little bumps along the way. But I think this works best for us.
Yeah. And why that works best for us is because... try to, like, say it. Dude, sex is great.
Yeah.
Like... So it's more of just me, I think, and then her also wanting to explore that side of her, and then me being like, well, if you want to stay with me while you explore it, then let's figure this out. Obviously, I wanted that situation, but so does she. People like to point that out to me, like, people like to tell me that I'm selfish sometimes, and that I'm like super lucky and fortunate. I'm like, no, yeah, I'm lucky, but it's not like I'm selfish.
No.
No. People like to think that I'm getting the better end of the stick just because I'm the fucking guy situation. People tend to think that the male has more to do with it than it actually is. I don't know why.
Which is just dumb because I'm getting the girls too, guys. I'm nailing them just as much.
Easy.
But that's so, like, I don't know, I guess double standard to be like, oh, well, you get the best of both worlds. You get to go off and do whatever, and you still have a fiance. So it's like, yeah, but I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, like...
I get the same, like, I do it too.
Yeah, people... it really is a double standard. That's a good way of putting it. Just because, yeah, it's people really assume that I'm getting the better end of it than anybody else is, which is not true. It's very equal. If you're going in with that kind of mentality, trying to start this lifestyle, then you're not gonna do well.
No, it's very hard. Like starting out, it really is, and it's not something you can just like jump into for force. You gotta like open communication. You gotta talk about things.
Yeah.
Like if you're not willing to talk about it with your partner, it's not gonna work.
Absolutely. With any relationship or with any relationship problem, communication's fucking key and shit. All that fun shit.
All that stuff.
All that stuff. So, let's just focus more on your coming outs. So people are tired of hearing about her sex life already.
Oh God. Yeah, so that was...
Actually, let's dial it back a little bit and go to our parents finding out about it.
So, when we first started this...
Are you going to tell my parents or your parents?
My parents first, because they found out first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell my parents, you can tell your parents.
I mean, they're both kind of like my story, but if you want to go ahead and tell your parents' side, it's fine too.
Okay.
Because it both happened with me.
Yeah, they both happened with you.
It was both my fault. Let's just put it that way. Alright, go ahead. Tell your parents.
Well, my parents, because we first started going into this, so we started downloading a bunch of dating apps.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was the first clue, I guess.
And at the time, I was, we have iPhones, so we were all linked under my dad's Apple account. So when I would download an app, it would pop up on their phones. So they were like wondering, I think like my mom kept bringing it up one time and she was like, do these apps keep popping up on your phone? Because this is so weird for me. I don't understand why this is happening. I was like, no.
Oh, they're weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's spam.
Which is funny because, like, do you mind if I continue it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because at this point, it's more my fault. So, Alexis went to a wedding a while ago, and it left me and Mike by ourselves. And granted, me and Mike at the time were not in the best position of friendship. This is before the podcast, way before we even had the idea of having a podcast. So me and him got together during this little thing, and we went and shot guns at a shooting range, as all men do who have problems with your father-in-law, future father-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shoot
Good
guns.
idea. Good idea. Great idea, Alan. we both hate each other that day. It was pretty fucking hilarious. Up until we came out of the gun range, and they were like, "That was fucking awesome!" But yeah, so me and him went back to the house, had a few beers, and then I was on my phone. We were cleaning the gun. I was watching a YouTube tutorial on how to clean the gun I just got. I just got a brand new Beretta at the time, so I'm trying to figure out how to clean it. And as he's like leaning over and watching the video with me, my Tinder messages come up on a notification, so he sees that, and I frantically like try to like swipe it. It wasn't until I didn't think he saw it. So it wasn't until like fucking after we gotten back from dinner, we got an Uber to Gators and got fucked up there. Came back, and he's like, "Don't think I didn't see that message on your phone." I'm like, "Oh wait, no, it was at Gators that happened."
Oh, it was at Gators.
Yeah, it was at Gators. I was like, "Listen." He's like, I just want to know one thing. Are you cheating on my daughter? I'm like, no. God, no, absolutely not. That's not what I want you to think. So I had to tell him because I didn't want him to think that I was doing that to her. He got very defensive about it very quickly, which I understand. It's a perfectly understandable situation given that's his baby girl and all that shit. And so yeah, I had to explain. He's like, oh, all right, man, that's cool.
That's cool.
It's an interesting concept. Ideal situation we live in, I guess.
Did he fist bump you too? Like,
no, none of that. It was just like, all right, man, that's cool. You guys do you. That's a little weird. He has like some small details, nothing like major. But it was very interesting. Now he knows all about it, and that leads us to Alexis' mother knowing about it.
Yeah. So like after all that happened, I think he like. It wasn't that night. It was like later on. He like pulled me aside. He was like, "Hey, like Alan told me like."
Yeah, it wasn't that
it's
night.
Cool. No, it wasn't that night. That was the cheeseburger and chief story y'all heard about.
Yep.
That was that night. Anyways, different time. He pulled me aside. He was like, "Listen, like I don't care like your sexual orientation. Like it's fine. I accept you. I love you for who you are. It's whatever." I was like, all right, cool. But then he was like, you got to tell your mom because I can't keep taking the fault for these dating apps when it's not me.
Yeah, that was one of the things he told me in the restaurant. He's like, dude, those apps are your fault. You know how many times she has come to me and tell me about these apps? And I was like, I don't know. It's probably thinks I'm like doing some shit behind her back. I'm like, no, I'm really sorry about that. I am so sorry.
It's me. I'm sorry. So like I didn't. I don't even remember what night it was. It was during Christmas, right?
It was some point. It might have been Christmas.
And, like, the four of us were all in the kitchen together, and I didn't know how to just say it.
She didn't have the best presentation for the situation at all.
No.
It was just straight up, hey, Mom, I'm gay. And me and Mike were in the room. We're just like, hey, let's go to your room, look at the guns.
Y'all literally, like, looked at me. You were like, let's go to the room and turn around.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah, we left her to talk about it with her mother, which was obviously she supported Alexis.
Yeah, like, it was all good, it was really funny because, like, I was trying to explain it to her, and she was just sitting there, like, looking at me. And I first said, like, we're swingers, and I guess in her mind,
yeah.
Because that's what my dad brought up. He brought up swingers. So that's why I was like, okay, well, maybe that'll be, like, the best way to explain it to her. And then, which was not. So she was looking at me because she wasn't thinking that I was into, like, women at all. She was just thinking I was just hooking up with as many guys as I could. And she explained, which is not true at all. But that's what she thought, and she was just looking at me. And I looked at her, I was like, why are you looking at me like that? And I was, like, almost in tears, and she was like, do you know how many, like, diseases you could be getting from guys?
My God.
Like, it's
a mom response.
I just don't understand why you want to hook up with so many guys like that. I was like, Mom, I like girls. She was like, oh, thank God, and gave me a hug.
So, yeah. It's odd, I'm sure, hearing it in... hearing us talk about it and talking about our families at the same time, I'm sure it's odd.
Yeah, it's a very odd situation.
Having our parents know about our lifestyle and everything. It's not like we have them like we don't like tell them every fucking detail that goes on in our life. We just told them because of the situations that happen, and now we just kind of like joke about it every now and then. It's not like we like have discussions with them about what we do or anything like that. I don't want to come across that way. So that leads us to my parents.
Oh, God.
And how they found out. So this is like a while after actually that one. A while after. Wow, we really spread that one out.
Yeah.
I was driving home from work, middle of the afternoon, and I was And I was texting Alexis. I was texting another girl we were both interested in. And then I was texting my stepdad, John. And I just got confirmation from the girl that she was interested in both of us. I was like, all right, dope. I'm going to let Alexis know. And then I guess John kind of popped up on my phone while I was texting. Don't text and drive. That's what I was doing. Don't do that.
PSA.
For this reason. Mike's PSA of the week. I'll be doing this week. Sorry. This fucking ice looks like fucking bubbly as shit. Yeah, so John kind of popped up on my text. So I sent him, hey, she's interested in both of us. She's down for the threesome. I sent my stepdad that. That's when I sit there for a little bit. Like, you guys think about that. I sent that to my stepdad, and I realized that as soon as I sent it, I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. And he texts me back. He's like, y'all are a bunch of fucking freaks. I was like, I'm sorry. He said in my best Woody Harrelson voice, y'all a bunch of freaks. So, yeah.
And he texted, I was at work when this happened.
Yeah, you were at work.
And he texted me, and I was like in the back of the restaurant, and I had my phone out, and I saw it, and I was like...
Yeah, I sent her a screenshot. Like, oops. So, yeah, that's how my parents found out. And then we came down like a weekend or two after to eat dinner, which was... My stepdad has, like, no filter.
No.
He doesn't have any social conscience of what not to say around people.
And at dinner tables.
Especially. So we were, like, eating dinner with, I hate myself so much.
Just can't even see it. It's okay. It didn't happen. Continue.
So we're eating dinner with my mom, my stepdad, my aunts, and my stepdad's friend. John. I should say John. I don't know why I keep saying stepdad.
I know. I keep saying my dad. I should just say Mike.
Yeah, you know who Mike is. So yeah, we're all at dinner table at some fucking German bar restaurant. And what the fuck did he say?
He just came out of nowhere. We were like having him in a conversation, and he looks over. He's like, "So you're bisexual, right?" I was like,
loud as fuck.
Like loud, and like everyone at the table just kind of like looked at him like, not the place, not the time. Your mom though was like, yeah, sometimes women can like women for sexual reasons, and that's okay. Like,
that's okay. My mom's fully supportive of everything.
I know. I was like, oh, thank God.
So yeah, so my John's friend got to hear this whole conversation, and it went a little bit further than that. If you want to hear more about it, I'm sure we'll talk about it on the After Hours podcast. Yeah. It gets more explicit than that. It should not have, but it did.
Things happen.
Very uncomfortable. For me, especially. We're
just kind of,
Yeah, that. Yeah. People started to assume things about me. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. I was going to correct it, and I want you guys to like think about that for a little bit. Let that resonate of what they thought about me.
And continue to bring it up.
If you want to guess what it is about me, drop a comment in YouTube.
Drop a comment
on this video. If you guess what it is, I'll shout you out on the next podcast.
Oh, that's dope.
Or anybody who guesses, really, I don't give a shit. I'll read your guesses out on the podcast. I don't give a fuck, man.
That'll be pretty cool.
Get two fucking shits about this. So yeah, it was very interesting. So the moral of the story is our parents are very supportive of Alexis.
Yeah, which is honestly like that was one thing I think I was like the most scared of, because like of course he's supportive of me and that's great, but it's like being
not everybody would have been in a situation. I think most guys would have had their manhood threatened.
Exactly. Most guys would have. So it's like I got lucky enough at the start for you to be supportive, and then our whole family backed me up too, just because like growing up being gay wasn't something that was like frowned upon, but it was kind of like I don't know.
It wasn't normal either.
Yeah, it wasn't a normal thing.
Yeah.
And so it was like being straight pretty much my whole life, and then finally coming out to my family as bisexual with a fiance. It was kind of like I didn't know how to take it. Male fiance.
Or drop that comment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Could that be the thing they mentioned?
Reddit didn't roast me hard enough. So, shifting away from just me and you, let's talk more about your standing in the lesbian or LGBTQ community. They should really change that. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Can we just say the happy group?
I like that.
LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, LGBTQ plus.
I don't know why there's a fucking plus. Everything's already in there.
No, there's more.
There's not. Oh, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. There's not. There really isn't.
I like the happy group.
There you go. Let's just go with that.
Or the pride group.
The fucking pride group.
The pride group.
Yeah.
Counts everything under the sun.
Happy Pride.
Woo!
Happy Lives Matter. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Yeah, so going more with that, you have a standing in the community.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know, like it's a little special to me just because it's like I am bisexual, so it's like a part of me. So it's kind of cool to like be a part of it. That's the
B in the...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I just want to get confirmation on that.
Yeah, you're smart. Sometimes.
So with all that being said... Mike, you're with me. With all that being said... Shut the fuck up, that's my thing.
I know.
God damn it.
But he says it to you, so...
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No.
Gotta be
so with all that being said... so Trump has passed a new law about trans people, involving them.
Yeah.
What is that law, and what's your thoughts on it?
So from my understanding, the law that he passed was that people in the medical field have a right to not give treatment to people who are in the trans community.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that from my understanding? That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Okay. I think that's terrible. Honestly, like, it's really bad that he actually passed a law saying that if you're trans and a doctor doesn't want to help you, they don't have to help you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are people like, what's her name? Jessica Yaniv?
Fuck if I know.
She was that one... She's a trans female who made a big deal because she couldn't go to a gynecologist.
Oh, yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah, I don't know if it's her name or not.
Oh, okay.
But I remember hearing about that story, which...
She tried suing gynecologists because they wouldn't see her.
Because she didn't have a...
Because she didn't have a
vagina.
A vagina.
A real vagina.
She didn't have a vagina at all.
Oh, no, she had a penis still?
Yeah, she still had a penis.
That's even worse.
I know.
That's so much worse.
And then she also sued a bikini waxing place because they wouldn't give her a Brazilian wax because they don't do males at that specific one.
You got your dick. You're still a guy. So.
Like...
Look, I support every bit
I support it so much, too.
I support every bit of the community, but, like, if you still have your dick, then you're still a guy.
Yeah.
You're just gay or bisexual... Or, what's the other one? Not trans. Like you want to be, but you're not.
There's a specific word for it.
Yeah, there is. Well, if you're looking towards it, but you haven't done it because you don't want to do it, then you're still a male. Mm-hmm. I fully support every sexual aspect of humanity, but I don't support is there's more than two genders. That's just science.
Yeah.
But we won't delve into that. You guys don't want to hear my beliefs on that. It's just mine. You guys can have your own. I respect them completely. I will never try to convince anybody otherwise. But yeah, no, it was just shitty that he pulled out that bill during all the situation that we have here right now.
And it was on the year of the Pulse shooting too.
Yeah, it was during Pride Month. You should know that.
Well, yeah, but like the actual date he did it was on the anniversary of the Pulse shooting. We all know it was just him like dangling the keys in front of the American people, and like, look at this over here. I'm doing this thing over here. Don't look at the rise to the police brutality. Don't look at that. The gays over here. I think that was something that, like, really... Because, it was during Pride Month, but because it was on the exact date of the Pulse shooting anniversary, was kind of just like, really, dude?
Yeah. Lost my train of thought. Had a whole thing planned. I'm sorry. Yeah, tapping on the table. Fucks me up. Also really loud in the mic.
I didn't even realize I was doing it.
Yeah, you'll hear it on the audio. Yeah. So yeah, fuck Trump. Obviously, we here at Are We Drunk Yet support the Black Lives Matter movement and the LGBTQ plus movement. Mike will agree with me on this. He's with us 100%. And fuck Donald Trump. He's being a real piece of shit right now.
I'm going once I finish school. Long road ahead, but I'm going to eventually go into the medical field. So for like me going into the medical field, it kind of hits a little harder just because it's like,
yeah,
okay, so like you can just refuse treatment to this person if they need it just because of what they identify as. Like
it's a huge step backwards.
It is.
Like we're already pushing for. I just hit the table. We're already pushing for so much right now with everything that's happening with the Black Lives Matter movement. We're pushing for much, much more. And then you took this other thing we already got success on and you took it back.
Yeah.
You took another step back. That's how I feel about it. Not everybody's going to feel the same way, and it's fine. If you don't, then you're kind of stopping progress. Mm-hmm. I'll be a little bit blunt about that one. But, yeah.
I know he also, I don't know if he actually, like, passed this or not, but I know he was trying to, like, restrict gay couples from adopting children.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's something he already passed or something he's trying to pass, but it was something he proposed that he's wanting to prevent gay couples from adopting children in the system, which I think is so fucked.
That's really shitty.
Why do you fucking care?
Like, again, it's all part of the look at my jingly keys.
Yeah, that's true. Because that all happened around the same time, too.
Yeah. Well, let's go with politics. Me and Mike are trying to avoid politics just because it's not fun. Everybody's going to have different opinions. Nothing we say truly has an impact unless we're actually doing something about what we're talking about, which we're not. So I'm not going to pretend that everything we do is correct or right. So you brought up earlier today when I was at work that you wanted to talk more about my YouTube channel. I don't know why. I actually had questions as to why you wanted to talk about it. Like, why did you want to bring up my YouTube channel?
I don't know. Just because I feel like, I know this isn't about promoting you on your YouTube channel, but honestly, it's kind of a good way to help you and to help this grow too.
Every YouTube video that I do post on my channel, I do put Are We Drunk Yet into it. And I do have my channel in the YouTube videos for Are We Drunk Yet also. But yeah, I do like to plug my shit, but I don't want to like make this about Alan Woke.
No, I don't want to make it about Alan Woke, but I think it's just kind of like interesting if people kind of knew more about it a little bit on the podcast, so that way they could also link to the YouTube videos. If they watch Alan Woke, they'll watch these videos.
There's always a link to the YouTube videos at the end of the video for our podcast. Yeah, I mean, we talked about last episode how different direction that I'm going in my channel. I've been wanting to get into sketch comedy for a while just because it's fun and conspiracies are fun. They're great. I'm still going to do them, but they're just. I think I definitely plateaued with it with my last video with Anonymous hitting as many videos as it did, and now I'm at that point where I'm like, I can't live up to this video now. That has like 10 times more, literally 10 times more views than any other video on my channel. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to make another conspiracy video, and then just get another 40, 50 likes out of it like I normally do. Or 40, 50 views like I normally do. So I want to branch out a little bit more. So the reason I brought it up actually was not to talk about myself, but was to see if you had any interest in like doing something like what I'm doing. So, I mean, like I do shit like this because it's fun. I write, I draw, I did Twitch for a little bit. You did Twitch for a little bit too. Yeah. But I feel like I'm always the creative one in the household. So I'm kind of wondering if you had any ideas like this before.
I have, like, I don't know. I don't really think I'm funny enough to do, as sad as that sounds, to do, like, YouTube sketches or anything like that. But, like, I watch YouTube all the time, and there's, like, all these famous YouTubers that do, like girly stuff. Like, Not necessarily makeup stuff.
Hey
but-
guys, welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
Today's video is sponsored by fucking no one. No, no, I definitely want you to include it in my sketch videos. Like, I definitely want you to include it in those. You're probably going to be in a few of them quite a bit.
Yeah, like, I like doing that stuff. I just don't really, I don't know. Like, I've kind of wanted to start maybe a YouTube channel, but I know it's hard to get going, so I don't really know, like, what I could do to get started on, because...
Well, what are you looking to do?
I don't know, because there's so many different, like, as a girl, there's so many different things I could do. I could try and do, like, a fitness blog if I wanted to.
You could.
I could do, like, a try-on blog, but in order to do that, I would have to have a little bit of a cash to order the clothes to try them on, or to get sponsorships, because that's what a lot of, like, the channels that I do, that's what they do. They order a bunch of stuff off of this website, get sponsored, try them on. That's all they do. They have like millions of views. That's all they have.
Yep.
And I've thought about doing that before, because a lot of the girls that do that are very like slender body shapes. So I'm like, it would kind of be interesting, and I'm sure it would be beneficial for other women if I were to do it being not so slender body shaped.
Oh. No, you're fantastic.
Thank you. But
that'd be very interesting. If you're worried about how you're getting started, and then I don't know what to tell you, because it's. I mean, I might want to talk. I only have 46 subscribers. My channel just hit 1,200,000 total views, so I'm very low level. But like, it's constant uploading. It's having a schedule like we do with Are We Drunk Yet? It's having a schedule and then just continuing to go that schedule, no matter how many views you get. Which I've had that problem before too. Of my Shane Dawson's video. I did a conspiracy video on him, and those got way less views than I thought they were going to. So then I stopped making videos for like a solid 2 months. I'm like, all right, nobody wants to see me. Nobody cares. And then I make a video again. I get solid views. It's just finding your content and finding the thing that works with your content.
Which I think that's where I'm struggling at, because like I did do Twitch, but Twitch I'm not good at video games.
Not at all.
So not in the slightest. So Twitch was not the thing for me. Like, I know, like, that just was not good. So I'm just like, I don't know what I would want to really content. Like, the fitness blog kind of would be cool, especially because I'm kind of getting more into the gym. That would be kind of fun. Yeah. But it's like, how would I, like, edit that, or like
all I
turn
know
that
is
to my
you
own?
are finding your own editor.
Yeah, I know.
You better figure it out. I'm already editing 2 different channels right now. I'm at my end. No.
So just some money.
No, that's okay.
Other things.
You don't have money.
You're right.
I know that. I live with you. But yeah, I mean, I definitely support you if you want to try to find something like that. I mean, I feel like I'm always the one that's trying to like think outside the box of my creativity. I mean, like, I spent money on a comic book that I fucking created, which I still believe is an awesome story. Fuck you.
Yeah, I fucking love your comic book.
My comic was amazing. I sent the funding to back it up.
But also, my also thing is, I'm still going to school full time.
Your also thing?
Yeah, my also thing. I'm going to school full time, and I have a full time job. So I think that's why I've never really kind of jumped into it yet. It's just because finding the time to do it between school and a job. I don't go to school,
so that's true.
So it's like,
I paid my dues, by the way. I went to school a while ago. Immediately, I got my associates, and I fucking stopped. No need to go further.
Still working on that. Stay in school. PSA.
PSA of the week, stay in school.
Stay in school, no matter how long it takes.
Stay in school.
You got this, guys.
Yeah. I think we're about wrapping things up here. We're probably nearing the end of this. I'm just gonna plug a few things, mostly our Patreon.
Oh.
Yeah. Guys, go support our Patreon for the love of God. Me and Mike want to make this the best thing possible. We have so much ambition and hope for this podcast, and honestly, I see it going very well. Very well. It's always the end that I fuck it up the most. My darpest. Yeah. Guys, go support the Patreon for the love of God, please. We'll do what we can to make the best merch and best shout outs and the best anything possible for you. Lovely people who at home. The average listeners of 12 people, we fucking love you all. You're all amazing in every single way. And you, not you over there, though. You in the treadmill, especially. Good for you. So, with all that being done, you thought I was going to say it, you fucking can't get me.
Oh.
This has been Are We Drunk Yet? This has been your host, Alan.
This has been Alexis filling in for Mike.
We're out.
Can you